Hey everyone, Thornton here, and today we have a pretty interesting topic. For the last couple of years, live service games have reigned supreme, but that is no longer the case. And one of the most pivotal FPS games on console or PC, whatever you want to call it, is one of the first to break away from that live service model. So we're going to go over what they are doing and why a lot of games are going to be following suit in the very near future. So without further ado, let's jump into the topic. The video games always evolve, but there are only a few franchises that really hold as much weight and legacy as Halo. Like, I grew up playing it. My favorite thing to do was spend $5, go down to the local video game store where I could rent to play Halo 1 for an hour with my buddy because my parents would not buy me a console. I mean, since its inception, Halo has been synonymous with innovation, community engagement, and groundbreaking gameplay. Even though it may not always feel like that currently, or if you are a part of the newer generation that never saw it in its heyday, it was definitely at that level. That being said, with its more recent release of Halo Infinite, there have been those struggles, and the developers at 343 Industries are going to start pivoting in a new direction, and I actually think some other studios might follow suit really close after. One of the significant changes actually accompanying this shift is a forthcoming update to Halo's Forge mode, which is coming on January 30th. Forge mode, if you don't know what that is, and if you play games like Apex Legends, unfortunately, you probably never got a chance to, but it's one of the greatest things that has ever been introduced into video game. And it was brought in 2007 with Halo 3. And you can basically be as creative as you want by crafting custom maps and scenarios, so you can create more longevity and replayability of the game. Wow, it sounds like Fortnite creative mode is doing that same exact thing. If only other games would pick this up. I swear, I don't play Fortnite, but how no one else looked at what Halo had succeeded with and one of their best features, and no one else besides Fortnite decided to take advantage of it, is just crazy to me. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple more, but Fortnite's the big one that comes to my mind. So basically, what comes in this new CU29 update is the inclusion of the iconic purple Covenant colors. Additionally, you can go ahead and Forge mode creators are streamlining the map creation process by adding new assets such as mode brains and mode prefabs, and players will gain access to material swaps, enabling them to customize the visual element of the Forge mode with a lot more flexibility. You can also go ahead and use the Forge AI toolkit. Once again, really cool they're letting us play with all this, so you can populate your custom maps with non-playable characters, making it just a lot more fun. But the most significant development, and this is I think going to impact a lot more video games that will be coming with this Forge update, is not the technical enhancements, but actually the way that they're going along lines with the development philosophy, because as Halo Infinite was originally envisioned as a forever game, basically within the live service model. You know how Apex Legends says, we want to be around for 15-20 years. Fortnite wants to be around forever. That was the same idea with Halo Infinite. It's faced challenges maintaining player engagement and content delivery, and as a result, 343 Industries is going to go ahead and move away from the seasonal model and transition towards operations, offering regular but smaller scale updates every 4 to 6 weeks. Now this becomes very interesting. And this isn't just a Halo thing, by the way. This is actually a reflection of broader trends within the gaming industry. You don't believe me? Look at Apex Legends player base falling off of a cliff right now. Don't talk to me about Fortnite's player base. They are just something special. I don't think that game will ever die, let's just be real. But this is something happening with many other games. And Microsoft actually has made the decision to reevaluate its live services strategy, because there are limitations and challenges associated with sustaining those live service titles, especially as the money starts to dry up, or if you can't even get it off the ground, such in Halo Infinite's case. And while the live service model gives you ongoing content updates and monetization opportunities, you have to put in a ton of resources. Often this leads to development constraints and player dissatisfaction. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna go back to this a lot. Look at the Apex Legends player base. Player dissatisfaction, it's right there. Now, by shifting away from this live service model, Halo Infinite is gonna be not only aiming to streamline its development process, but also reassert its commitment to quality and player experience. This is exactly what a lot of studios need to start doing. I actually hope the finals picks up on this in a way, because they have also been really quick with their updates, and if they can push them out in the current way that they are doing, that could be a lot more beneficial than 3-month-long seasons. When you focus on regular updates rather than sprawling seasons which don't always deliver the content the community wants, you're probably going to see a higher community engagement. And it also aligns with the desires of players who seek a more traditional gaming experience with well-crafted narratives, polished gameplay mechanics, and periodic expansions. Halo doing this is actually pretty profound, at least in my opinion. It prompts a broader conversation within the gaming industry about the sustainability and viability of live service titles. There's games like Fortnite, Warzone, and Apex Legends, and the newcomers like Finals, which have thrived under the live service model, but some of them are, as I mentioned, starting to decline. And Halo seems to be taking an aggressive stance before those other titles have. Halo is once again going back, in my opinion, as a potential blueprint as it pivots for other game developers grappling with the challenge of the live service model. You're going to be prioritizing quality over quantity. Man, that is exciting to see in a live service, which isn't actually live service anymore, video game. I'm excited to see what Halo Forge continues to do with this, and if other very popular live service models that have had some rough times recently are able to pivot and use Halo as it used to be a very solid concept for what they should do for their games, as studios try to make it so that they last for 15 or 20 years. Let me know down below, what are your thoughts on live service games with their battle pass? Do you think that they need to start evolving and doing different things and going in different directions, or do you think it is actually perfectly fine the way it is? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here, which has more information about upcoming news and video games, you know, in general, that you guys might be interested in. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.